Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so congratulations, Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn Nets. They're going to be getting back together for at an interim basis, I guess you can say. They're starting to ramp up his training, and he's beginning COVID testing with their doctors. And at this point, they're just going to be able to play him on road games only. Obviously, the mandate has not been lifted in Brooklyn, New York. So at this point, he can only play on the road. But for all the reasons that we basically stated here, they've said that they're going to bring him back because it's just too much of a strain on their players with COVID protocol and various injuries. I mean, it just gets to a point where they need Kyrie Irving. And as we know, with the trade season approaching at this point, it would probably make sense for them to try to make a move of some sort. And they can't really do that if he's kind of, sitting on the sidelines. And they know that, and then being that this new variant has started to pop up. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, everybody's vaxxed but him, but people are still getting COVID going in and out of the lineup. At some point in time, we just got to say, all right, let's just get him back in here. Time is passing on. The championship is on the line, and they have depth issues. So at this point, you just got to do what you got to do if you're the Brooklyn Nets. And I suggested this a few days ago. If you follow my channel, this is exactly what we said. I think he should have been reactivated now because at this point they've had some time, to kind of manage him being off, away from their roster rather. At this point, you only have 3/4 of the season left. You can manage that. Bring him back, play some road games, get some wins. If he can't play at home, that's okay. KD can handle those games, and you just manage because at this point, they're just kind of struggling with James Harden not really playing his best basketball. And their team being as they are, top heavy with their three max contracts, it's kind of hard to get what you need out there from a night-to-night basis. And let's face it, the East is as strong as it's been in years. So you definitely want to stay in competition, and that you have competition staring at you. So at this point, it makes a lot of sense. Everything's kind of coming together. Kyrie Irving's obviously one of the best players in this league. He can do some of everything, dribbling the ball better than any human I've ever seen, and finishes extremely well, obviously at a Hall of Fame level. So when you consider what he can do for your offense, and the compliment that he can be for KD and James Harden, it's a no-brainer. You must bring him back if you have an opportunity to. So I think they've come to that conclusion, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So I'm up for it. I think that's a great idea for their team. And I would not be surprised if he is traded, you guys. I would not be surprised by that because at this point, you have to wonder if they want to go forward with this issue. Not every team would have this issue with Kyrie. If he were, say, in Houston or something like that, he would be able to play every game because they don't have that type of mandate. So that's a really important thing. You got to ask if Kyrie really wants to continue to go forward in this situation as well for that same reason. It's tough because, he grew up a Nets fan. This is where he wants to be. Obviously, he has his brothers there. They're going after something special. But at the same time, it's like if he can't help fully, both sides have to wonder if it's what's best for each of them. But for now, it looks like they're going to suit up with him. And I think they're going to try to give it a go, see what happens with this the road game process. And, we'll see. It's going to be good to see him back out there. That's for sure. And I know he's excited to get back out there. Obviously, as said, he's going to be ramping up his progress. They haven't mentioned him going to the G League, but I would imagine that would be a decent idea. Kind of get him some games with some guys to kind of get his legs right and all that before actually making his NBA debut. But, only time will tell if that's something they would be willing to do. So, yeah, that's what I got, man. My name is BDF44. This isn't going to be a long video. We've talked about Kyrie a lot on this channel. I'm happy for him that he's going to be able to get back on the court and do what it is he loves to do. Obviously, it's been a long road trying to stand on what it is he believes in. And I took to heart what he said in his video. You know what I mean? When he addressed everyone, it made me sit back and take what he said into account before what anyone else would otherwise say on his behalf. So I thought that was a good thing for his brand and for himself. And yeah, that's pretty good, man. It's pretty good to see him back out there. He's finally getting a chance to do this thing. So that's what I got. Obviously, I'm a Laker fan, so I hope to see him on the other side of it, if that's what it's going to be. But, both teams have a long way to go before they can start having real conversations like that. So this is the process. You know, getting your team back, trying to make improvements, and this what this era is about. This particular part of the season is about trying to raise people's trade value and packaging what you can together. If you're trying to make moves, try to make those moves happen in a soon enough time so that when those new pieces come in, you can have gelling and all of that, and everybody can be great by the end of the season. So, like I said, I do think the Nets should make a move or two to try to make themselves a little better, try to give themselves a little more depth if possible. And, of course, with the type of talent that they have, they should be at the top of the East. So that's what I got, man. BDL 44 once again. Thanks for watching.